Right, item number C, 11C, website redesign update discussion. And I will turn that over to the executive assistant, John Board, also known as JB.
Thank you, board, and for at the last meeting, giving a look at the website. You included in your packets is a memo outlining my findings. I will give you guys the top lines here. Sent a memo over to the town clerk's office on August 10th, asking for documentation, a copy of the executed contract, current financial position, and any additional assistance from the clerk's office. The clerk did follow procurement. You got the Board of Selectmen accepted the recommendation of the town clerk's office. Board of Finance considered the proposal on August 16th. There is a base annual renewal of $8,992. The breakdown is there. The interactive digital signboards is a one-time cost. There is no additional subscription. I did have a Zoom meeting with our Civic Lift contact. The outcome of that is basically we are in agreement that the website is launched, and in a quote of continual maintenance. OPM in our grant said that we have to solicit feedback, so to quote, make sure it meets the needs of the community. Over the next month, I'm going to be doing a top to bottom analysis of the website and continuing to meet with Mr. Dobis on a monthly basis. There are some additional recommendations in here for him in the second to last paragraph. And I also say that we have exhausted all of our grant funding, so any additional funding would have to come from either the general fund or reserves. Just some other notes here as it relates to 4 complaints that have been around in the community as it relates to the location of RFPs and bids. I'm going to be working to make sure that the pathways are right with Civic Lift, and that the bids over 24 months go into the archives. And I'm going to do that at our September check-in, and I'll notify the board once that is done. As it relates to board and commission members, we'll be updating that in concert and cross-reference with the town clerk's office, and that will hopefully be done by the September 12th Board of Selectmen meeting. As it relates to historical election data, we are going to reclassify and retag the appropriate files from a town hall classification to an election classifications, as well as develop a link to a subpage there. Once again, that will be done by the September check-in. And lastly, as it relates to board and commission minutes, agendas, and motions, going back to at least 2015, those will be done by the end of the calendar year to ensure that all those documents are available in the proper location in the archives. And I will hopefully provide a status update to the board in January 2024. Are there any questions which members of the board have?
I'd just like to make a comment. And I would first like to thank Nicole, especially, and Kim for taking this project on, as it was a Herculean task. The number of categories, building a website, even with civic, their efforts. There's so many pieces. And we do recognize that change is tough, no doubt. And some things did get missed, but we're aware of them, and we do appreciate any outside entity, any outside person who does offer suggestions to us. And again, the town clerk's office was more than a little overwhelmed. The election coming up, a lot of things going on, and somebody winding down into semi-retirement. It is definitely putting a strain on Nicole. So the suggestion was to move it forward to my office and John Board to take it from here. But some of the issues that some documents might not be where they want to be, reclassifying, doing things, making it a little bit better, the tweaks like that. There's times when I will admit I'm very frustrated because I'm not used to it, but there's also times when there are things that did get skipped. And I asked you today about the old website, if the information is still there.
Yes.
And the statement you made was it's basically wiped clean.
So in my conversations with Evan, he said that basically the old website is gone. It's not even in the ether. It's gone just because of the way that we decided, the way that funding was set up to maybe not carry over the hosting and domain of the primarily the hosting of the previous website. Somehow that eclipsed, elapsed during a transition process. So it unfortunately, from our knowledge, and I'll see if I can get it in writing as well, that it doesn't exist anymore at this point, unfortunately.
But the truth is that, again, a big task like this, I mean, stuff happens. And there are things that we know it could be easier read, or there might be a series of minutes or something that got missed. We identify it, we'll put it there, we'll fix it. To me, my suggestion to you is really go page by page and really go in depth. I mean, elections coming up. When you do go to the election page, you want to see past elections. So you want to see things like that, not necessarily be directed to a state website. And the other thing that I'm not sure how the Google works, but it would be nice if it was easier to find the page too, because I know some of that. I'm not sure if you type in Durham, or it has to be welcome to town of Durham, how, what the heading is, what the search bars might want to be through search engines, which is outside the website, but it's something that, again, gets you to there.
I mean, that's something that I'll definitely look into, the search engine optimization. It's a whole bunch of algorithms and whatnot. And to your point, like I mentioned, over the next month, I'll be doing a top to bottom analysis, going page by page, all of that, and hopefully have a report back to the board.
But I would absolutely encourage anyone online, anyone in the audience, anyone within the area of my voice, that if you have a suggestion or you see something that you would like to see improved, please reach out. Please send an email, phone call, whatever. I mean, to do something like this and to get it up and running as fast as it was is pretty amazing. It really is. And I think, frustrations aside, things that you might be looking for something in particular and you can't find it right away because it's listed on something else. We do have an all-inclusive town hall drop down, which probably, could be expanded further for records, important documents, things like that. So naming some of that, that's just the easy stuff. So things like that, but I really do appreciate all that Kim and Nicole, especially Nicole, has done. And again, trying to get some stuff off of your plate, free you up, because you're busy already. Might be a little worse. No pressure. But again, I thank you all, and John, I appreciate looking into this and touching base with everybody under the sun and making sure that, you know, we did expend the monies that we needed, and there might be additional funds that may be needed to expand upon it even further. But if it's a healthy website, it's all about growth. So that's something that we will continue to look at, and it is something that, from my perspective, is a priority of yours right now. So I don't know if you all have.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. Thanks for taking it on.
Of course.
You feel as though you have the time and resources to do this?
Yeah, I think I have the time definitely to do this, and you know, slow and steady wins the race.
Good.
Well, good job all around. And again, plugging away and keep those cards and letters rolling in. All right, item number D, 11